Hey, Lucy girl. Hi, Lucy girl. How you doing this morning? I was going up there to the front deck. I thought you were laying on the deck with Milburn. Where's your little buddy, Milburn, huh? Where's Milburn? Where's Milburn? Give me a little loving there. You had to give me a little loving. Hey guys and girls, hope y'all having a great day today. You know, I get so many comments. Every video we do, people comment, how's Lucy? How's Milburn? How's Lucy? And let me tell you, they're just doing just great. You know, there's some changes going on in their life, without a doubt. We're coming into the rut right now, and Lucy is starting to have a few boys hanging around the house here. We have a feeder over there in the yard. We've got a Texas hunter feeder over there, and so we have deer come around the yard all the time anyway. But I noticed a buck in here this morning that I hadn't seen, and he's hanging around right close to the house, so I know Lucy is definitely the reason that he's hanging around here. But here's the big deal that's gone on here lately, in Lucy's life anyway, is that I know a lot of y'all have been complaining about bread and cookies and Fruit Loops and all of this stuff like that, but Lucy has pretty much changed her diet and eaten mostly deer stuff. Now, we feed South Fresh deer food, South Fresh out of Alabama. It's a real good high-protein deer food. And she is eating mostly deer food and eating carrots. She still loves grapes. She loves grapes, no doubt about it. She's eating a lot of deer food, a lot of carrots, alfalfa. She's got all the alfalfa she wants. We keep alfalfa right over here under the shed so she can go out and help herself to alfalfa anytime she wants, and she does. And so she's really kind of got off of that. Now, Milburn, on the other hand, Milburn, he loves that bottle. I mean, he's not doing 3 bottles a day now, but he's doing 2, one in the morning and one in the evening. And here's the other thing that has changed in Lucy and Milburn's life. They're really not around the house much anymore. Now, it's early in the morning, and they're here at daylight every day. Lucy was gone for a couple of days, had us really scared and worried because she left one day in the morning, early in the morning. She didn't come home that evening. She's gone all night. And what scared us was Milburn was here. Milburn was here, and Lucy was not. And I was gone. I was down in Mexico. And Chris told me on the phone, she said, Milburn is so pitiful. He is just moping around. He just like, he said he's got just such a bad forlorn look in his eye, and she said, I told him I'd give him an extra bottle of milk at midnight, and he was up on the deck at midnight, come in there to get an extra bottle of milk, and she almost let him sleep in the house. She felt so bad because Lucy was gone, and we got to worried about that because they're just inseparable anymore. She's pretty much adopted Milburn, and Milburn's taken her on as a mama, and she's teaching him everything that he needs to know about deer. And here comes Milburn coming walking out here right now. I knew that he would show up pretty quickly. He was laying up there on the deck, but you notice she heard him coming. Turn around and look, make sure he's there. But she showed back up. She was gone about 2 days, and we were so thrilled when she showed back up because she showed up in the middle of the night. Chris said she was really panting and looked like she'd been running a lot, so obviously something got after her. And we live on a big ranch here. There's mountain lions here. There's bobcats. There's a lot of coyotes, and Milburn, as you can see, Milburn lost his spots. That's what I wanted to show you. Milburn is really a real deer now. He's still got that little collar on him. You notice that's a breakaway collar. That's a cat's collar. If it got hung up, it'd just fall off. And it actually has fallen off several times. And Milburn has got little nubbins. You see his little head right there? His little nubbins is showing out because he is a little buck. Chris just calls him her little boy. But he is a little buck. But if you notice Milburn, you see how he slips up even on me. Now, I'm his buddy, and he likes me. You see, he's very, very cautious around people. I mean, Chris and I are about the only 2 that he really makes friends with. Now, Lucy, she makes friends with everybody that shows up. Everybody is Lucy's buddy. But now Milburn, he has just got a lot of wild built into him that he just, you know, it's amazing how spooky he is. So I think that once he gets a little bit bigger, he definitely probably going to leave and not come back except to visit with us. But the main thing is the diet. Her diet has changed. He still likes, he really likes, they both still like grapes. And he loves carrots. He loves apples. Lucy will not eat apples. Both of those are food that's good for them. But both of them, including Milburn, is eating, look at that. He's just a nice little deer. Now, he's pretty small. He's going to be a little small deer. He's not going to be large at all, doesn't seem like. You never can tell. They're like kids. I mean, they can be small, and then all of a sudden they have a growth spurt, and he'll be as tall as Lucy is. But really, for his age, he's about 3 months old. He's really kind of small. He's got his little nubbins going out there, and it's not necessarily good. not necessarily good to have a buck around that's relatively relatively tame like he is. You see how he is? Look at him. See that? He's, I'm telling you. But let me tell you, one of the great things, and most of you are not ever going to be able to have deer that you can really touch and pet and stuff like this and kind of become your buddies, because we rescued these deer. These deer would both be dead if we hadn't rescued them. But here's one of the things. Come over here and let me show you something we've got. This is a Texas Hunter stand, feed stand that we have here in the yard. It's a feeder that throws feed however many times a day you want it. You can set it to go off 10 times a day or whatever. But this goes off. This is an old one. We've had this for several years sitting here. They work incredibly well. We got it set on timer where it goes off morning, noon, and night. Shoots out here in one direction. You can see right here where it shoots out. It shoots way off out there to that bare spot. And we have deer and turkey here every day. And they're right here relatively close to the house, probably 30 yards, 35 yards from the house. So we're able to see the deer, visit with them. Different deer come up all the time. Like I said, I saw a buck come up this morning. Now, he was kind of coming up where Lucy was on the deck. But we had a buck come up this morning that I hadn't seen at all. We have different deer come around. We have turkey here, come 2 or 3 times a day. They'll come and check it out. They learn, just like the deer, what times the feeders are going to go off. Lucy's smelling the smoke there. She's smelling that smoke. She had her nose up there smelling that smoke. She said, "Yep, that's smoke." Anyway, that's what's happening in the lives of Lucy and Milburn right now. I tell you what, they're fantastic. Every morning, the first thing I do when I get out of bed, when I'm here at the ranch, is I start looking out the windows and making sure that Lucy and Milburn made the night, because it's a dangerous world out there for a white-tailed deer, even if you're on a big ranch like this, where they don't really have to worry too much about hunters, I don't think, but they do have to worry about those coyotes, bobcats, and mountain lions. Lucy and Milburn. Hey, that's what's happening in the lives of Lucy and Milburn. If you like this video, share it with some of your friends. Hit that notification bell. Be sure and subscribe. We're almost up to 25,000 on Jimmy Houston Outdoors YouTube. Working really, really hard. We've gone from a couple thousand back when we started this thing in February to about 23 or 24,000 right now. Share this with 8 or 10 of your friends. Make sure you have that notification bell tapped so you know when we're going to do a video. We do videos 3 times a week. Plus, when Jeremy's not looking, I'll slip 1 or 2 extra in. See you later, guys and girls. I love you.